just, I think my audio is a little minimized. Okay. Yes, we can.
Okay, so allow me to start with the intro, sir, and then we can proceed with the topic.
Yeah.
So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much for joining us today, this beautiful evening. My name is Kanhaiya, and I have been associated with ICOFP from last 10 years. Just to give you a glimpse of who we are and what ICOFP is, in 2002, International College of Financial Planning was established by Bajaj Capital Limited to offer super specialized education in finance. ICOFP is pioneer in financial planning education and first institute who got the CFP certification in India. In last 2 decades, ICOFP has received several awards and accolades. ICOFP has been the best education brand 2017, awarded by Economic Times, Outstanding Business School 2011, awarded by Star News, India's leading business school 2010 by Dun & Bradstreet, Best Finance College 2009 by Business Sphere magazine, second best finance course in the country by India Today, India's Best Finance College 2019 by ET Now. Also, we have over 12,000 strong alumni network, 35 plus certified and well-qualified faculty members, 58 years of legacy from Bajaj Capital, highest passing rate in CFP examination, and so on. Coming back to our today's talk, we are going to talk today on CFP program certification, curriculum, and careers within the CFP certification. So let me thank you, Rajesh sir, for choosing this topic and decoding the career path within the financial planning and wealth management industry. Rajesh sir is the director and CEO of ICOFP, an associate chartered accountant from ACCA London, certified financial planner from FBSP Board USA, an alumnus of prestigious institute MDI Gurgaon, a seasoned finance professional with 20 plus years of industry experience. He has worked with biggest financial companies like ICICI, HDFC, IFCI, and many more. And also he has been a successful fintech entrepreneur as well. This is the intro, sir. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kanhaiya. Please confirm me once if I am audible properly and the video, the slide is visible as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your voice is clear, loud and clear, and screen is quite visible.
Perfect. So once again, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to this wonderful, lovely afternoon. I am joined here with my team, Kanhaiya, Krishan, Parul, Ashok, all my wonderful colleagues here to help you. And today, as Kanhaiya introduced, the talk is going to be about CFP, the CFP certification program, curriculum, eligibility, examination, certification, benefits, careers, everything. So what I'm trying to tell you is today we will be covering from A to G of CFP. So as far as CFP is concerned, any questions, any queries that you have in mind today, we would ensure that by the time the session ends, you have absolute clarity on what the program is and how you can qualify to be a proud CFP as well, how you can become a CFP. So that's what the idea is. So with that, I would begin the talk. Just one small message, everybody, I would like to convey you. My team has deliberately kept all of you on mute. The reason being so that you have clarity in voice, you can hear me loud and clear, but that should not deter you from asking questions. If you have questions, you can write in the chat. That's the most preferred option. You can write in the chat and we will take up the questions one by one. Kanhaiya, somebody is saying, Kuldeep Singh is saying voice is low. Is it so?
No, sir, your voice is clear.
Perfect. So that's one. You can write your questions in the chat and we will take those questions one by one at the end. Or else you can raise hands using the Zoom panel. In the Zoom panel, there is a button for raise hands. Raise hands and we will allow you to unmute one by one at the end and we will talk to you live. So that's the format. With that, let me begin. Before I actually begin the talk, let me know who you are. So if I would appreciate if you can write in the chat box who you are, a student, a working professional, or maybe somebody like an advisor? If you can write in the chat box quickly. Student, advisor, chartered accountant, working professional, student, working professional, MFD, advisor, student, pro, working professional, advisor, student, advisor, working professional. Perfect. Stop. So now I have a fair idea that I have a mix of students, financial advisors, and people from background like CA, CMA, CFA, all those background people, and working professionals as well. Okay, perfect. So nicely mixed up audience for me to address today. So all of us either being in the finance industry or willing to get into finance industry, because some of you are students as well. So willing to get into finance industry, one thing we know or we must know is this industry is highly competitive. This is not something where a me too race, if we run, we gonna succeed. So what I'm trying to tell you is this is something where you need specialized skills, where you need to prove your knowledge every day in every single interaction that you have with your customers, with your superiors, with your team. You need to prove your knowledge. You need to prove that why you are unique, why people should come and bank upon you. So that's something very unique to this industry. You see, all other industries can, for that matter, always debate that the change is there to those industries are competitive as well. But as much as finance is a knowledge-driven industry, probably no other industry comes even closer to it. Just to give you an analogy, let's say software engineer. So a software engineer, if he learns a software today, like for example, he learns Java today, for next 5 years, probably Java code is going to remain the same. Next 10 years, it is going to remain the same. It will probably slightly be changing here and there. Now imagine if you learn trading today, the next 10 years, forget 10 years, 10 days, if you do not see the screen, 11 days, when you see the screen, you are probably not in the right frame of mind to advise your client, right? So it's a business where you need to be on top of things every single minute. So that's why I'm saying it's a highly competitive industry and it's a knowledge-driven industry. So what are the career options? So before we move to the CFP program in particular, what are the various career options, or what are the businesses which exist in the financial industry, financial space? So it may comprise of banks, brokerage houses, mutual funds, stockbroking, financial planning, financial advisory, distributors, wealth management, financial planners, portfolio managers, all of that. And the emerging areas are fintech businesses. There are a lot many new fintech businesses coming up, financial startups coming up. And my colleague Kanhaiya, when he was introducing you, he shared as well that I have been a fintech entrepreneur. I had my own fintech startup, which I ran for 5 years. So there are various emerging areas as well. I can see a lot of fintech, new age financial bloggers and financial vloggers, the video loggers as well. And they are making the world go crazy for them. So, Kanhaiya, I again have a concern. Somebody saying voice is not coming. Is it so?
No, sir. Voice is quite clear.
Okay. So guys, you can check your device, please, because then everybody else is able to hear. So what I'm trying to say is this is an area where career options are also emerging rapidly. It's not that what the career option was there 3 years ago, it is still the same. No, career options are also emerging very rapidly with the passage of time. So let's move to the topic of the day. So we're going to talk about CFP. CFP stands for Certified Financial Planner. Certified Financial Planner. So to give you a very one-liner definition of it, I would say CFP is a designation. That's the first thing that you should keep in mind. CFP is a designation. It's not a course. If you are thinking it's a course, if you are thinking it's a program, it's an exam, that's all a part of the designation process. But CFP is a designation. Please keep in mind. So what do I mean by saying CFP is a designation is when you do a program like, let's say you qualify CA, then you write with your name, you can write CA Rajesh Kumar Singh, right? So you get that CA as a tag, as a designation with your name. Similarly, CFP is also a designation. Once you qualify CFP, Certified Financial Planner examination, the whole process, you will be authorized to write CFP along with your name. So you will write Rajesh Kumar Singh CFP. Okay. So for that matter, I am fortunate enough to have the designation at the beginning of my name, at the end of my name, right? So designation becomes a part of your identity. With these designations like CA, CFP, they become a part of your identity. And in the professional world that we live in, whether it is about advising clients or whether it is about working in the corporate world, you would agree with me that people value these professional designations. For a moment, think that once you meet somebody, I know one of you typed in here that you are a chartered accountant. For a moment, just go and in the hindsight, look at it. The moment your customers know that you are a chartered accountant, they have a very different way of looking at you, because they know that you have certain professional credibility. You have passed, you have gone through a rigor, you have passed certain examinations, certain standards to be called a professional. So similarly, CFP is something which is a professional standard of excellence, a mark of excellence in the personal finance world, in the world of financial planning, in the world of wealth management. So that's about CFP. The full form is Certified Financial Planner. It's a program which is offered by Financial Planning Standards Board, FPSB, Financial Planning Standards Board, USA. Okay, so it's a program which is offered directly by USA board, not by India or some local body, directly by USA board. So even when you do the certification, do the program, your certificate comes signed by FPSB USA CEO directly. Okay, so it is issued by FPSB USA board. So moving ahead, a little more about CFP. CFP is a 4-in-1 certification program. So when I say 4-in-1, I essentially mean with this 4-in-1 that within one single program, you will study for one program, but you will get 4 different certificates, 4 global certificates. So that's what I mean by saying 4-in-1 program. Okay, if there will be 4 levels, each level you complete, this would be level 1. Level 1 you complete, you get 1 certificate. Level 2 you complete, you get 2nd certificate. Level 3 you complete, you get 3rd certificate. And then the final level, and you get your CFP. So in the process of becoming a CFP, you get 4 international, 4 global certifications. And mind you, this is world's only 4-in-1 certification program. I do not know. If you know, you can challenge me, you can write me here. So this is world's only 4-in-1 certification program, wherein you study for one program, you get 4 international certifications on the way to be a CFP. So that's about it. It's I mentioned that it's an international program. So when I say international program, it is a program which is valid in 27 countries across the world. 27 countries. Okay. So 27 countries means it includes all the biggies as well. So including USA, Australia, Canada, all the biggies, Singapore, all the nations as well. So wherever you are, whichever part of the world you are in, if you are going to do CFP, you can practice, you can go and practice, go and work in these nations, these countries. So your examination, your certification, your license is valid there as well, right? So that's about the global certification. I mentioned that within one single program, you get 4 certifications, and all these 4 certifications are global certifications, again, directly issued by FPSB USA. So that's another beauty of the program. 4 certifications, one single program. So within 1 year, let's say if you wrap up the whole program, you get 4 distinct certifications to write on your CV, to write on your profile. And that's how people look at you, that, okay, this man is somebody who has taken the trigger, who has gone through that process, who has certain knowledge, credibility, and has proven it. So here is how the qualified CFPs, the people who have qualified, what is their experience? So all these stats that I'm sharing with you today are courtesy FPSB's website. You can go to FPSB's website. They have done this whole study holistically, and this is how they have shared the report that, look, what is a qualified CFP's experience? Meaning to say, let's say I have done my CFP. So after doing my CFP, what is the difference that I am seeing, right? So approximately 37% people have earned promotions. So they have grown up in their career in terms of maybe a job or a job role, or maybe in the CTC, they have grown up in their careers, right? Approximately 57% have grown their client base by 2x. So people who are wealth managers, wealth advisors. So let's say, for example, you are a wealth advisor with ICICI Bank, you are a wealth manager with Bajaj Capital. So you have grown up their client base. How it helped you grow your client base? Because your client's perception towards you changed. Now you have a mark of credibility. That's one. Two, your knowledge has increased. Three, by doing all this, you have gone through certain practical exposure as well. So your style of engaging clients, talking to clients, managing their portfolios, all has changed, right? So that has resulted ultimately in growing your clients' business. So people have seen their income growing up. People have also seen their clients' satisfaction growing up, their own career growing up, right? So that's the ultimate benefit of CFP for somebody who has done a CFP. The experience that he has is the last one, the last point. If you look at it here, it says these guys have reported a longer self-life. Meaning, what is a self-life for you if you are an advisor? Not many of you mentioned you are an advisor. So today, let's say if a client is on an average sticking to you for 5 years, the self-life has gone up by 87%. So he's gonna stay with you for 9 years. That's how it has changed the business. And the LTV of the customer has gone up. LTV is lifetime value. So in the whole lifetime value, on an average, let's say if your customer is doing a business of 80 lakhs with you, that LTV has grown up in 87% cases. So why that has grown up? Because the customer can bank upon you a little more. Two, you have also been able to sell multiple products. Earlier, if you were an MFD, you were probably just limited to MFD because your knowledge was limited to MFD. Now, being a CFP, you have exposure, your knowledge, your expertise all across different products, and you're able to advise the customers on multiple areas. So the LTV has grown up as well. This is what the employers feel. Employers mean, not many of you said that you are working professionals, you are working in the BFSI domain. So if you're working in the BFSI domain, how is the employer getting benefited? You see, ultimately, you have to see that anything that you do has to benefit you, number one, has to benefit your customer, number two, and then has to benefit your employer as well. Unless and until all three get benefited, it's not going to work. So first I shared how you get benefit, your customers get benefited. Sorry, you get benefited. I am not talking about how your companies get benefited, the employers get benefited, right? So companies are reporting that the clients who are managed by CFPs, they are far more satisfied and have fewer client complaints, right? They say that the CFPs have a very positive impact on the client satisfaction, a higher growth of asset under management. The same company, the same ICICI Bank, portfolios managed by a person XYZ, portfolio managed by a person XYZ who's a CFP. They have the guy who is a CFP has reported a growth in the AUM far higher than the non-CFP guy. The companies who are employing CFP, their client retention has gone up, which I was saying earlier as well, that their satisfaction rate has gone up, the LTV has gone up, so the retention has also increased. And the firms are saying, 79% of the firms are saying that in the days to come, they wish to employ more number of CFP professionals. They want to grow the number of CFP professionals working with them. So that's the corporate experience of looking at the CFP. Okay, now this is the third party. So your experience, your employer's experience, now coming to the ultimate, the customer's experience, because the customer is the king ultimately. So how is the customer getting benefited by dealing with you? So the data, the report says that 86% people prefer to deal with a person who has passed a certification exam, who has gone through a rigor. And that's a valid point. Come out of all this, imagine that you are going to meet a doctor, right? Two clinics, the same clinic, the same style, the same infrastructure, everything is the same for a moment, right? And then you have somebody called Rajesh Kumar Singh, that's all, Dr. Rajesh Kumar Singh written. And then you have somebody Dr. Kanhaiya Jha, MBBS, MS, FRCP London, FRCS London. Now, who would you prefer to go to? Definitely Kanhaiya Jha, not Rajesh Kumar Singh. That's what it is. So you would always prefer to deal with a professional who has certain credibility, who has passed an examination, who has a license, who has gone through a rigor. Okay. Clients prefer an advisor who takes all areas of their financial life, not just one product, right? So coming to you for, you would say that no, the client is coming to me for life insurance or for MFD and he has been absolutely happy. Yes, he would have been happy. He would have been definitely delighted. That's why he's sticking to you. But the point is, can you give him a better experience, an even better experience? Can you make it a wow experience for him? Yes, you can. And 90% of the clients have said that advisors certification, advisors license is very important. Now imagine this is a world which is changing so rapidly that today the importance of degrees, licenses, certifications all have grown up. You see, 20 years ago, I am pretty sure not many of you are here of my age or maybe even older than me, 20, 25 years ago or 30 years ago, probably saying that you are an LIC agent, you were reasonably assumed to be having good knowledge of insurance products. Today, you say LIC agent, you would hate yourself to be calling LIC agent. You would call insurance advisor, right? Because you know the customer perception is different the moment you say you are an agent, right? So all that matters. And here the credibility, the certification, the examination, all that is very critical. So coming to the CFP program framework, I mentioned that the program is divided in 4 levels, right? And these 4 levels are structured in a way that you study it level by level. You study for level 1 first, appear at the exam, pass, move to level 2, appear at the exam, pass, move to level 3, appear at the exam, pass, move to level 4, appear at the exam, pass, and become a CFP. So that's the whole process, the whole flow. And the 4 parts, the 4 levels that you study, they are named as, level 1 is named as FPSB registered investment specialist. So upon completion of level 1, the certificate that you get from FPSB USA says you are FPSB registered, FPSB USA registered investment specialist. So you get that, you earn that designation of calling yourself investment specialist. You complete level 2 and then you get this designation or this certification called FPSB registered retirement and tax specialist. You complete level 3 and you get this designation or certification, FPSB risk and legacy specialist. And the last one you complete and you get your full-fledged CFP certified financial planner certification. You would be thinking that why these different specialist nomenclature? So investment specialist, why? Because whatever you go on to study here is primarily around investments. So when I say investment, it would include all the concepts of basic personal finance. It would include all investment products, equities, derivatives, currency, commodities, all the investment products. So because it is limited to investments, that's why level 1 is named as investment specialist. Level 2 will primarily talk about financial planning per se, as much focused on retirement planning. You see, probably one of the biggest financial plan that we all need in our life is retirement plan, because that's something that is bound to happen, and that will happen in each of the case, right? So retirement planning is what is you learn here as a separate module, and then you have tax planning as well. Whether, I mean, we agree or not, but we all know that 80% people in India probably tend to do investments primarily because they want to save taxes. And you, as an investment advisor, you need to know a bit of taxation. Now, what happens as of now is, because you do not know taxation, you push your customers to chartered accountant. You say that, sir, for this, you need to go to a chartered accountant. I am not saying that studying this will make you a tax expert as good as a chartered accountant. No, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is this will make you a tax expert for as far as personal finance is concerned, as far as wealth management is concerned, as far as individual taxation is concerned. You would not learn anything about corporate taxation. You would not learn about all those areas. What you will learn here is the personal taxation. Personal taxation will become absolutely an expert, right? So you complete level 2, you get retirement and tax specialist. Similarly, you move to level 3. Level 3 again has two parts. The first is risk management and insurance. So unlike a typical insurance advisor thing where much of your focus is on insurance, here your focus would be primarily on managing risk. So knowing what is the risk, measuring risk, there are different measurements of risk. Then also on learning the various calculations behind insurance. So for example, let's say if Rajesh needs a life insurance today, how do you arrive at Rajesh's life insurance need, Rajesh's life value? So there are different formulae, different concepts to do it. So you will study all of that here. Okay. And then the second part is legacy. So legacy is nothing but passing on the wealth to the next generation. You have earned wealth, you have made investments, you have done good. Now you need to pass on the wealth to the next generation. How do you do that? Now, what happens today is if your customer dies intestate and you do not have any idea about how does the wealth gets passed on to the next generation, probably then that's the point in time when probably a lawyer or a chartered accountant needs to be roped in together and they are able to advise. Here, as a CFP, as a financial planner, you learn that too, that part too, succession planning in the common language, succession planning. So you learn that. And level 3 is completed and you get risk and legacy specialist certification. And then comes the final one where you have larger focus on making financial plans, making the whole holistic financial plan, doing the practical of whatever you have learned in level 1, 2, and 3. So let me talk to you, all of you here with the curriculum, with a little more detail. So level 1 has got 3 modules to study. The first module is personal financial management. Personal financial management is where I said, as I mentioned, it starts from very basics. It teaches you all the concepts of personal finance. It teaches you assets, liabilities, cash flow, different types of assets, budgeting, all that basic financial markets in India, the framework, the structure of financial markets in India, the various entities. Then it also goes on to teach you financial maths, time value of money, annuities, the calculations of amortization, all those calculations, financial calculations, doing on Excel, doing on financial calculators, all of that you learn here in personal financial management. And then the second module or the second subject is investment planning and asset management. As I mentioned, every single investment product that you can think of, everything gets covered here, including REITs, equity, derivatives, commodities, currency, IPOs, mutual funds, everything gets covered here. One product which is not covered here is crypto. Crypto is not covered here in CFP's investment planning and asset management curriculum. Otherwise, all other products are covered here. And the last one, most interestingly, I love when I talk about this particular module, especially. So all my CA friends here would immediately understand this when I will give you this analogy. You see, as a part of my CA curriculum, I have studied business law, I have studied company law, right? Now, when I am going to be an investment expert, don't you think I should study investment law? So CFP curriculum has that. CFP curriculum has a separate subject called investment law. That's what this subject name is. The actual name written there is regulatory environment and legal compliances. This is in fact investment laws. It comprises of SEBI, IRDA Act, RBI Act, all the legal aspects of investments. So you complete this and then you take your investment specialist exam. You move to level 2. Level 2 has got only 2 modules to study, only 2 modules, retirement planning and tax planning. I've already explained you what do I mean by saying retirement planning, a larger part of the financial planning. Within your life, after you retire, how do you live after that? How to save money? How do you, what financial goals you have in life? How do you save for those goals? How do you achieve those goals? Living within your means after your retirement, all that is planned there. So you will learn how to do various computations. Then you will also learn about various retirement products, the NPS, the pension scheme, all of that here. And then tax planning, I've already elaborated. One more thing that I like to add here in tax planning is you will also learn about a little bit about international taxation framework, dual taxation. So let's say, for example, one of your clients is an NRI. He was in India for 6 months. Then he is a software engineer. He migrated to USA. Now he's there for a year. What will happen? What would be the taxation impacts? How would be the dual tax thing well taken care of? all of that you will learn here. So it's a very new age program, new age content, new age curriculum, allowing you to learn what the world needs today. Okay. Moving to level 3. Level 3, as I mentioned, risk management and insurance is the first module, and the estate planning or risk or the succession planning. Estate planning or succession planning, meaning to say, how do you pass on the wealth to the next generation? So that's what the second module is. Here again, this risk management and insurance is very comprehensive. As I mentioned, it has all the mathematical part of the insurance as well, all the computations, the concepts and everything. And then you have the estate planning laws and the succession planning laws to study. Now, 1, 2, and 3. That's the beauty of the program is level 1, 2, and 3. This you can do in any order. So somebody who is an insurance advisor here would say that, sir, for me doing the level 3 is easier because I know the concepts pretty well. I have been working in insurance industry for 8 years. Can I do it first? Yes, you can do it first. The program offers you that flexibility to take level 1, 2, or 3 in any order, right? How is the exam done? The examination is a 2-hour exam, all MCQs, no subjective questions, no short answer questions, all MCQs, no negative marking. There will not be any negative marking at all. Okay, 75 questions, 75 marks, which means each question will carry 1 mark. The passing percentage is not pre-decided, but it is supposed to be tentatively around 55%. 50 to 55% is said to be the tentative passing percentage. Even if for a moment, I assume 60%, rather, I always say keep it 60% as a reserve in your mind. So 60% of 75 is what? 45, which means even if you mark 45 questions right in the exam, you are through with the exam. So that's about 1, 2, and 3. After you complete level 1, 2, and 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3, when you are done, then you move to level final, the level 4. Okay. Remember, 1, 2, and 3 you can appear at in any order, depending on your choice. Though it is always advisable to go as per the flow 1, 2, and 3, but you can reverse that, you can change that as per your competence. But level 4 you can take only when you have done 1, 2, and 3, all of them together, all of them. If you have passed all 3, then you are ready to take level 4. Level 4, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, because I know there would be some women as well here. So level 4 is something which will comprise of practicals. Whatever you have learned in level 1, level 2, and level 3, level 4 will be an amalgamation of all of this here. Whatever you have learned earlier would all get amalgamated into one practical set, right? So the concepts that you have learned, the formula that you have learned, the spreadsheets that you have used, now it's time to give it a shape. What shape you're going to give it? You will learn how to prepare financial plan. What is the process of preparing financial plan, right? You will learn how to engage clients. How do you engage clients? How do you measure their risk? How do you talk to them on their financial needs, wants, right? And then ultimately developing financial plans. You will be learning how to develop financial plans. What is the template? What are the formats? What are the spreadsheet needed? What is the data needed? How are the charts prepared, right? How do you do it in Excel? All of that. Okay. Not only you study all of this, when you finish this study, you are given a case study, a project. If you see here, the final thing, you are given, sorry, 1 second, I will need to go back. Give me a second, let me go back. Tanaya, can you see the slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So whatever you have learned earlier, as I mentioned, level 1, 2, and 3, all that gets amalgamated here, and then you move on to the final one. Here you do a case study, a project. You are given a live case study. And remember, guys, this is not a typical MBA cut copy paste project. Okay, this is a very unique project, and I'm telling you with my experience having done the CFP. I'm telling you with my experience, this is probably going to be the most amazing part of doing the whole CFP program. The project that you get here is something like a very live case study saying that Rajesh is a 42-year-old person. He lives in this city. He has his annual income. He has so many liabilities. He has so many assets. Over the last many years, he has done all of this. He has a family. In his family, he has his daughter, his mother, his wife, that. He wants to send his daughter to USA for further studies. All of that, the whole life history would be written. And then it would say that now Rajesh said these 10 financial goals in life. Now structure his investment, make a financial plan for him to achieve these goals one by one, right? So the practical implementation, that's how your clients ask you, right? That's how you should be advising your customers. When you meet your customers and you are saying them that, sir, invest in this SIP, this will give you 10 lakh rupees. What is that 10 lakh rupee good for? That has to be tied to a goal, isn't it? Right? So all that goal planning, goal mapping, everything is done here practically in the form of a case study. And case study you prepare, you submit to FPSB. Only when the case study is approved, you are allowed to sit in the exam. Okay. And then the CFP final exam happens. You remember from 1 to 3, I was saying that the exam is a 2-hour exam, 75 questions, 75 marks, right? But level 4 is a 3-hour exam, 3 hours exam. Okay, level 4 is a 3 hours exam, 50 questions only, but 100 marks. These 50 questions are split in 2 parts, 25 questions of 1 mark, 25 questions of 3 marks. But again, all MCQs, even this will be MCQs, this will be also MCQs. No subjective questions, all MCQs. Okay, no negative marking. It will be all positive scoring only, no negative marking. These 25 questions of 1 mark will be based on the concepts that you study here from these 3 modules: financial planning process, engaging clients, and developing financial plans. This will be more of theoretical questions. These 25 questions of 3 marks would be based on a case study, a real case study that you will get in the exam. This will be more of problems, the numericals and all of that, right? So 3 hours, 50 questions, 100 marks, no negative marking, 25 questions of 1 mark, 25 questions of 3 marks. That's about your CFP final. Now, the question that you would be having in mind is, so who should be doing CFP? The honest answer is, if you fit into any one of these categories, it is right for you. If you are a student, how it would help you is, it would allow you to step into a BFSI career, into stockbroking, into wealth management, into MF mutual fund, into insurance, into financial planning, all these areas immediately and very quickly. Working professionals, of course, not many of you are working professionals. You know that a program from USA, a truly international program from USA, and not just one, 4 international certifications being stamped on your CV, increases your CV value by X number of times. So that way you create a different value for you, different knowledge and skill set for you. That's the takeaway for you. Finance practitioners like MFDs, insurance advisors, you know that it becomes a mark of credibility for you. People respect you for who you are, for having gone through that rigor, for the designation that you carry, the tag that you have with your name, right? So writing Kanhaiya Jha CFP gives you a very distinct credibility before the customers. We have not many retired professionals also doing it. Retired professionals getting into this, doing this, because they want to do it as a side business, as a new business. And we have professionals like teachers, chartered accountants, etc., doing it, who are already into finance domain. They are commerce teachers, account teachers, finance teachers, chartered accountants, cost work accountant, etc. Why they want to do it? They want to do it as an add-on because they are already into the financial world. So they know the concepts, and they also understand that this is not going to be a tough thing for them to do. So they say this will be an add-on and along with whatever they do. So a chartered accountant already has a clientele. He feels that, okay, if I have a CFP tag as well, probably I'll leverage it on and I'll start doing a bit of financial advisory as well to my clients, wealth advisory as well. Similarly, teachers, they feel that I'll start teaching as well in the personal finance or the CFP subjects, etc. So that's what they do. Your question can be, so what is the entry requirement? What is the minimum requirement? So minimum requirement to enter, to join the course is 10 plus 2. You need to be 10 plus 2, any stream, any percentage, and 18 years of age. That's the minimum requirement. Okay, that's the minimum requirement to enter. If you are thinking 10 plus 2 here, then the program might be slightly on a lesser side. Please don't misunderstand that. Even a chartered accountancy program, the minimum eligibility is 10th class only 10th, not even 10 plus 2 for a CA program for you to join in. So this is the joining in, the minimum eligibility to join in. Okay. Now the minimum eligibility to pass out, to get the certification. Once you pass out, you need the certificate, right? So minimum eligibility to certify is you need to be a graduate. You need to be a graduate. Okay. Now your question can be, what if I'm not a graduate? I'm studying in my college. So no worries. You will get your CFP certification or your CFP charter only when you become a graduate. But you can study now, you can pass it now. Okay. Graduate plus 3 years work ex is also required. 3 years work ex. 3 years of experience in the BFSI domain. And this experience, your MFD experience, your insurance advisory experience, your CA articleship experience as well, your CA practicing experience as well, all that is taken care of. Your banking services experience, everything is taken care of. If the question can be, if I do not have these 3 years, then what will happen? Then if you do not have these 3 years, then you would need to do 1 year of articleship, a supervised articleship under a practicing CFP, the way a CA does. Similarly, you will need to do 1 year supervised articleship under a practicing CFP. That again, we would facilitate because we have coaches who teach you, they are all practicing CFPs. So when I say we, who we are, I know my colleague when Kanhaiya was introducing in the beginning, he spoke about who we are. So we are a part of the well-known Bajaj Capital Group. Bajaj Capital, our parent company, is India's most respected, most trusted wealth management companies for 59 years, right? So our parent company has been in the business, has been in the financial industry for 59 years, approximately 6 decades. That's how young we are and how experienced we are. We were established by Bajaj Capital in year 2002. So that means we are 20-year-old as an institution, as a college. We are also India's most awarded super specialized finance college. When I say super specialized, we teach nothing but super specialized courses in financial planning and financial analysis. The CFP program, as a matter of fact, was brought to India by us. So when I say brought to India by us in 2000, not only in 2002, in 2002 we brought the program, we even wrote the whole curriculum, the books and the content for the program. Even when the new program was launched 2 years ago, that was in June 2020, when the new program was launched. It was again launched by ICOFP. And that's not something that I'm claiming. You can go on YouTube, you will see that launch video of me and FPSB USA CEO and their teams. We all launching the program live here in India and all that, right? So we have an absolute command over CFP program as far as the CFP course is concerned, and we are India's first and the largest CFP education provider, with more than 80% CFP aspirants studying at ICOFP. When it comes to the faculty, every single faculty who teaches you has to be mandatorily a CFP himself or herself first. That's the first criteria. But along with CFP, they would be all from professional background like chartered accountants, CFA, PhDs, all those. So you have a faculty who is an IIM Bangalore and a CFP. You have a faculty who is CFA plus CFP. You have a faculty who has worked almost 10 years in KPMG. He's a chartered accountant, a CFP, and he has worked with KPMG for almost 10 years. He comes and teaches you tax. So likewise, we have stellar faculty background. And the entire academic delivery is headed by a lady, Ms. Madhu Sinha. And Madhu, I am very proud to say, Madhu is a former director of FPSB India board. So FPSB, when the FPSB came to India, that FPSB board was formed, and Madhu was a former director of that board as well. So imagine the former director of the board coming and directly teaching you live in the class. So that's the kind of stellar faculty background we have. So what are the options? How do you study for CFP programs? So there used to be 3 options: classroom, virtual, and e-learning. But since the onset of COVID, and still there are uncertainties, I do not want to kind of say that once things are back, we will be online and all that. Though we have started offline for all our regular other programs like MBA and diploma program, but CFP, because we have audience all across India, we have students from far south, far west, far east. We have a student from Middle East. We have a student from Australia and Canada as well joining in. So that's why we are not doing classroom program as of now. We are happy doing virtual online. So virtual online is a live class. It's a live class, more like this. The only difference is I am in a webinar today, so I have kept all of you on mute. In the live class, you will be interacting with the faculty live. You will also be on and you will be talking and learning. That's a live class thing. And then you have the other option, which is an e-learning video, which is a pre-recorded video. I call it the Netflix of CFP, right? So the concept here is the same faculty who will be teaching you in the virtual live class, those same faculties have recorded the video lessons in a studio environment, and those recorded lessons are shared with you, right? So it's more of a DIY kind of a program, do it yourself. So we give you the video, you learn it at your own pace. That's what e-learning is. Virtual is a classroom, is a live classroom. Rather, friends, I would say virtual is even better than the classroom. It is far better than this classroom. One reason being, you see, doing the whole program is going to take you 6 to 8 months, 10 months, 12 months time. Now, within next 10, 12 months, are you sure that you are not going to miss 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 classes? And if that happens in a classroom environment, you do not have a backup. Whereas in the virtual environment, if you miss a class by 10 minutes, or if you miss the whole class, you have a backup there. Every single class is recorded and the recording is shared with you. So if you miss a class, you have a recording to look at and then come back and ask the faculty, get your doubts clarified, right? So that's the beauty of the virtual learning. And the best part is the whole world started teaching online only post-COVID. We have been teaching online for the last 8 years. So our faculties know how to teach you. They do not just keep limited to the boring PPT and all. They make it very interactive the way probably I'm doing it here using whiteboards, writing and all that. So they make it very interactive. They talk to you. They keep the class highly energized. Your question can be, so what is ICFP going to offer me? So ICFP, the study materials that we offer you are India's most comprehensive study materials. When I say, I literally mean it. If you find a study material which is more comprehensive than it, tell me, I would offer my study materials to you for free. So that's the kind of challenge that I have to all the audience. So what we're going to give you, we will be giving you books, printed books for each of the modules. Remember, first level has 3 modules, second level has 2, third level has 2 again, and the final level has again 3. So 10 modules. We will give you 10 modules, 10 books, concept books. Then we will give you workbooks. Workbooks where you will have practice questions, the MCQs to practice. Study from the book, do the live class, come and practice in the workbook. Check your knowledge, check your learning, right? Then you are made to do group projects. All the videos, as I said, all the classes get recorded and we will share it with you. So before the class, you come and you see the video. After the class, you see the video. So you revise the class, revise the concept as many times as you wish. More like the FPSB exam, for each level, we will give you an online mock test. So you come and take the mock test yourself, so as to see how prepared you are for the exam. Every single class, the faculty will keep giving you assignments to do, various assignments to do, just to ensure that whatever you are learning is on the right track. And if you have doubts, the faculty will be able to find out and will teach you. So that will happen. We will have exclusive doubt clearing sessions. So let me be elaborate here. So every month in the last in the second last week of the month, you will have the exams happening in. Okay, there will be 1 day dedicated for level 1 exam, 1 day dedicated for level 2 exam, 1 day for level 3, and 1 day for 4. So for example, let's say 24th March, 24th April is level 1 exam. So if 24th April is level 1 exam, assuming 24th April is level 1 exam, 3-4 days prior to that, we will do an exclusive doubt clearing session for the students who are appearing to that exam. 2 hours exclusive doubt clearing session for that exam. So kind of a final brush up, right, to make you more prepared for the exam. As I said, the board will give you a case study. So we're going to teach you case study. We will make you, the board gives you 1 case study. We're going to make you practice on 10 case studies, right? So 5 live in the class, 5 through workbook. So very comprehensively we cover it. And then you will have guest lectures. The guest lectures would be done by some of the best and some of the topmost names in the industry. A lot of you are MFDs here, and the names that I'm going to take, you go and Google, you go and search them on LinkedIn, you connect with them and ask them. They have been all our alumni, right? So probably some of the poster boys of the financial planning world or the financial advisory world, people like Gaurav Mashruwala, Lovai Navlaki, Suresh Sadagopan, Silpi Johri, Dilshad Billy Moria, they have been all alumni of ICFP. And we are proud to say that we really cherish the relationship that we have with these students, these ex-students, these people, these respected alum, and they keep coming back to classes, they keep coming back to various talks, webinars, they talk to you, they share their experiences, learning, and lot many things. So coming to the fee now you would be saying that, okay, I have understood the program, I've understood examination, certification, the benefits, the careers, everything. Now, how is it going to cost? Okay, how much it will cost me? So before I come to the fee, I need to tell you one thing, that the fee is in 2 different streams or 2 different parts. Okay, one is the board fee that you pay to FPSB. Okay, the board fee, I mean to say, registering with FPSB examination, certificate, etc. So that's board fee. Then there is a study fee. Okay, study fee you will pay to ICOFP because we're gonna teach you. Okay, now all the fees which you pay to FPSB goes in US dollars. All the fee which you pay to ICOFP comes in Indian rupees. Okay, so that's the 2 stream, the board fee and study fee. So here what the board fee is, let me first explain you the board fee and then I'll come to study fee as well. Let me remove this text so that you can see it clear. So the first fee that you pay is the registration fee. You need to register with FPSB and the fee is $165, which is valid for 1 year. 1 year for all levels. It's not that for each level you have to register, 1 year for all levels. And the registration fee, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, and it's the standard procedure for all the programs. So my CA friends here would know that when you do the program, you initially pay a registration fee. That's what this registration fee is. Second thing here, very interestingly, what FPSB has done is they have also made some ebooks. So when I say ebooks, it's an online content. Okay, you cannot save, you cannot print, you cannot bookmark, you cannot download. This is just an online content that you can refer to. They have also prepared some online content for you. If you want, you can revise, you can look at it. Though if you study with us, technically you do not need to look at that content, but they have made that content as an option, but it is mandatory for you to buy. Right? Even if you say that I'm studying with ICFP or with somebody else, it is mandatory for everybody to buy the content from them. Okay, but remember, it's an ebook, no physical copy. You cannot download, you cannot save, you cannot print, you cannot bookmark. Okay, and the fee, the way this fee is, level 1, 2, 3. You remember there are 4 levels. So level 1 to 3 is $60 each. So 60 into 3 is $180, and the final level is 120. So 180 plus 120 is $300 is what the fee here is written. Okay. Then you have FPSB examination fee. Again, this is the same way as I mentioned earlier for this. So level 1 to 3 is 61 into 3. which means $183. Okay, then there is a project fee. You remember I mentioned that FPSB will give you a project, you will have to complete the project and submit. So that project fee is $55. And then the final exam fee, that's $122. If you sum up all this, this will come to $360. Okay, and then the last one is your CFP certification fee. Once you complete your CFP certification, you have to pay $120. Before this, you need to pay $100 as the specialist fee, certification fee as well, which is for all 3 certificates. The first 3 certificates. You remember I told you that you will get 4 certificates. So this 120 is for the last one. For the first 3 certificates that you get, you need to pay $100. And $100 is 3 for 3, not for 1. $100, all 3 certificates included. Okay, so that's the total fee that you have to pay. But the best part is, whatever fee you are seeing here, and you would have started calculating that, okay, it is $800 or $900. That is not paid in one go. It is paid in a staggered manner, one by one. How it is paid? Let me explain you that too. So how that is paid? FPSB fee I'm talking here. How you pay is, first you pay $165 for registration plus $60 for your content. That's all. You pay this much. Then next, what you pay is $61 for your level 1 exam. That's all. This much. Now $61 is what? Roughly around 4,200 rupees, 4,300 rupees, whatever. That's all. Then you move to level 2 after some months, 2 months. So this was after, if you start studying today, after 2 months you pay this. After 1 month you pay this. If you start studying today, maybe in the 4th or 5th month, you're gonna pay for the second level. You will pay $60 again. Then after 1 month again, so this will be 2 months from now, this will be 3 months from now, this will be 5 months from now, this will be 6 months from now, you will pay $61 again. 7 months from now, you will pay $60 again, right? So it is as easy for you. It is not the whole fees to be paid in one go. It is paid in a staggered manner in breaks of 60, 61, 60, 61, making it quite easier for you. Okay. Now, coming to ICOFP fees, as I mentioned that there are 2 fees. When I talk about the CFP program fees, there are 2 fees. One is the board fees, which you pay to FPSB board, and the other is the study fee. So what I am now talking to you here is the study fee, which you pay to ICOFP. Okay. And I mentioned that ICOFP fees are paid in INR, in all rupees. I also mentioned that classroom is something that is not functional since COVID, so it is all ruled out. I am not looking at it here. Let's look at the virtual. Virtual is the live online. Okay, and e-learning is the pre-recorded one. Now let's look at this. There are 4 levels. You can study level by level as well. You say that, okay, I will study for level 1 only. You can do that. Once you pass level 1, come to level 2, you pay for level 2. You can do that. But level by level, if you pay, this sums out to be 55,000. Whereas if you join the 4-in-1 program together, that means for 4 levels, all the 4 levels, you studied it together in one flow, you pay only 37,500, which means you save approximately what, 17,000 rupees. 17.5 is what approximately you save here. Similarly, the e-learning, you can join level by level if you want, or if you join level by level, it costs you 40,000 rupees, whereas if you join the 4-in-1 program, it costs you 27,500 only, which means you save approximately 12,500 rupees. Okay, so this is how the study fees are structured. One final and kind of a wake-up call. Okay, a wake-up call. The fee is going up from 11th of April, what you see here. 11th April onwards, the study fee that you have seen in the previous slide is going up. This is definitely the last chance to save, the last day to probably the next 2 days, today and tomorrow, for you to enroll at the old fee. Okay. Monday onwards, the fee is going to go up. And what is the new fee going to be? The new fee plan is here. What was the fee today is 37,500 rupees. Okay, this was the fee, if you remember on the previous slide. This will become 42,500 rupees. That means fee will go up by 5,000. The fee was 27,500 in e-learning. This will go up by 5,000 and it will become 32,500. So remember, from 11th April onwards, study fees are going to go up by 5,000 rupees. Right? You can take a screenshot of this. You can record this moment. From 11th April onwards, the study fees for CFP is going to go up by 5,000 rupees. The fee would be 42,500 for virtual and 32,500 for e-learning. That's the new fee plan. Okay. Now, gentlemen, all of you came today, and as I mentioned, the fee is going to go up. So on the old fee plan, this is the last batch. This is the last admission cycle that we have ending tomorrow. So we have a very special offer for you. And remember, I know I can see with name, I can tell you that I know here a couple of 2-3 people who would have attended our webinars earlier as well. Remember, if you do not join this, if you do not enroll by tomorrow, from Monday onwards, you will get the same fee that I have mentioned there. So go on, grab it, save your money. Okay. The special offer for you today is in place of this 42,500, in place of this 42,500, remember I told you that 11th onwards, this fee will be 42,500. You pay only 32,500. Okay, so that means you save approximately 10,000 rupees here. If you are going for e-learning, in place of 32,500, you pay only 22,500, which means you save another 10,000 rupees here. Okay, so if you enroll today, you are saving 10,000 rupees on study fees. That's the first takeaway, first benefit for you. Enroll today and save 10,000 rupees. 32,500 for virtual, 22,500 for e-learning. Choice is yours. Okay, we have in the virtual is live class. Virtual, we have classes on weekdays and weekend. Both options are there. Weekdays are, we teach you Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday, every day, 7 to 9 or 7:30 to 9:30. That's the 2 hours class. So that weekdays. And then weekend, we have Saturday, Sunday. Saturday evening, Sunday first half of the day. So depending on how much time you can spare out and whether weekdays suit you or weekend suit you, you can opt for it. But the faculties, the classes, the content, the teaching flow, everything is going to be the same, whether it is weekday or weekend. Okay, so that's absolutely your choice. The second thing that you have is, if you enroll today, you save another $150. $150, gentlemen, again, 150 into, I believe, dollar today would be 76, 77 rupees. So again, would be close to 12,000 rupees INR, approximately 12,000 INR, right? So how would you save it is, if you enroll today, we will give you discount codes, and discount codes would be applied where? On FPSB content fee. You remember I was telling you that FPSB content is $60 each for 3, level 1 to 3, and $120 for the final level. This sums to be $300. And I would give you a discount voucher, which will save 50% on each of these one by one. So which means this $300 would ultimately become how much? $150 for you, and you will save $150. $150 into 76, 12,000 rupees. So if you are joining today, you are saving 10K plus 12K, 22K straight away. That's the first thing. And the best part is, so you would say that, okay, understood, sir, I would save 22K. The course is great. I want to enroll, but the point is it is costing me 32,500 and 22,500. So I would need some time to arrange money. That may be your question. So we have exclusive student loan arrangement with zero interest, absolutely zero interest, no interest charged. They will charge you some 700-800 rupees of processing fee, but absolutely no interest, zero interest, right? So you can take that benefit of zero interest, and in case of the student loan, the the EMIs are 6 easy EMIs, and the down payment that you need to make is only 10% of the fee. 10% of the fee is what? In case of virtual, it is 10% of 32,500, which means 3,250. You pay 3,250 and enroll for virtual. In case of e-learning, it is 2,250, 2,250, 10% e-learning. You pay and enroll. So pay 10% today and enroll, balance in 6 easy EMIs through the student loan arrangement, as I mentioned. Right. So that's the offer for you. Your question can be, how do I block my seat? How do I enroll? How do I get admission? So you have 3 options. One is the quick pay. What you see here is the quick pay. Kanhaiya, Krishan, any one of my colleagues, if you can copy and type this link in the chat box as well. So this is the quick pay link, gentlemen. My colleagues are typing this in the chat box too. You can copy it from chat. If you click on this chat, it will ask for your email, phone number, and it will ask for the amount. The amount for, if you are opting for virtual learning, it will be 3,250. If you are opting for e-learning, it will be 2,250, the 10%, right? So you need to just pay 10% of the amount, block. You will immediately get a call from our team. They will tell you how to put which batch they are putting you in, etc. And then they will send you the link for your student loan application and everything. All that will be done online. That will be taken care of by the team. So that's the first way. The second way is go to our website, icofp.org. On the website, on the top right corner, there would be a button called Apply Online. You click on that, and then it will open a page which will ask you for your name, number, program, course, everything. Put all the information, submit. It will take you to the payment gateway where again you can pay online. That's the second way. This quick pay is again the same thing, but has eliminated a lot of the other information, so that way it saves time for you. Then the third is the call us. You call us on this number 9711437779, and my friends, my colleague Krishan and his team, they are there to help you, guide you if you need any assistance. So that's the 3 ways to enroll. Remember, the amount for virtual is 3,250, for e-learning is 2,250. And needless to say, this fee is revising from 11th. That's the last reminder that I need to give you as a wake-up call. So it's your last chance to grab. If you have been thinking that I'll study CFP at some point of time, probably this is the best day for you to take that decision. Because if you even make a day of delay in deciding, it will cost you 22,000 rupees. Yeah. So that's all, gentlemen. That's what I had from my side. I can see some questions in the chat and some raised hands. So allow me to take these questions one by one. Okay, so Shalendra is asking, what about the board fees? That would be the concern. Shalendra, as I mentioned, the board fees are to be paid in staggered manner, not in one go. So you would pay $60 after 3 months, likewise, $60, $61 likewise. So it was anyways the kind of an EMI, no? It's not that you are paying the whole fee in one go, okay? How many classes are provided for a level? So they've, each level has got a different content. So accordingly, the total classes needed for each of the levels, each of the module are different, but collectively, if you put all of this together, then it requires approximately 200 to 230 hours of teaching, okay? Which means approximately 100 to 115 classes is what, 120 classes is what we deliver you. Yeah, Vivek, we will unmute you. We will unmute you, don't worry. From where are you talking? Pune? No, Mahak, I am talking from Delhi. So you are saying you need to get MBA, Vijay Kumar and IA. I don't know. Your question is a little, I see you understand. You are, okay. No, so if you are referring to that video, Vijay Kumar, that's not investment advisor. That's registered investment advisor. That's a completely different story. That's a completely different concept. If you want to be a SEBI RIA, right, then that's a different lookout. But CFP certification anyways is going to help you there as well.
But I can see a couple of raised hands, sir, if you ask you allow
Yeah,
me
if
to
you can,
unmute
if you
them.
can allow them one by one.
Yes. Rishabh ji, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah. Hi, sir. It was nice to hear you out. So,
Yeah.
I've completed the past modules, okay, in the legacy part. Only the last module, which is the integrated one, is pending. And I was planning to enroll for that. So, is there any individual discount that you are giving on the module wise? And what are the classes? And in terms of, since we have to submit a case study as well. So, what is there any support on that point of view?
So Rishabh, when you say you have completed your legacy, so in legacy you have passed 4 exams, right?
Yeah. And I've taken this certificate as well.
Specialist certificate, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So then you are all set for the final thing. And yes, in the final CFP final that we teach, we will be coaching you on case studies. We will have exclusive classes on case studies. We will have exclusive classes on project as well. We will teach you the books as well. So everything is done for CFP final 2.
Okay.
Rishabh, one second. Krishan, if you can take note of his name, Rishabh, and if you can speak to him once, because his requirement is very different. He will study just for the final level.
Yeah, so that's what I was wanted. Is there any module-wise discount that you give?
No, Rishabh, no module-wise discount. The discounting is only on the bundled fee. As far as the offering is concerned, for that, Krishan will learning is connect with you.
Okay, sure. Shall I send my number on the chat box if that is?
You can, yeah.
Gautam ji, you can unmute yourself.
Divakar Jha is asking how much should I pay. So Divakar Jha ji, that depends on which program you are opting. If you are going for virtual learning, you will pay 3250 to block your seat. If you are going for e-learning, you will pay 2250 to block your seat. Dev is asking on weekdays it is 7 to 9. So Dev, it is on weekdays it is 7 to 9 or 7:30 to 9, either of these two timings. आप एक ईयर का CFP एक्सपीरियंस सर्टिफिकेट प्रोवाइड करेंगे क्या? So Anand, I am not into the business of giving you certificate. I am in the business of giving you experience, right? So what I will provide you here is, I will assign you, I will allocate you to a practicing CFP, so that एक साल का आप उनके साथ practice कर पाओ, and then you will automatically get the certificate. But आप कहेंगे कि बिना उनके साथ आप मैप किए मेरे को certificate दे दो, no, that's not going to happen. I will allocate you to a faculty. एक साल आप उनके साथ online ही सही, but you will be mapped to him, you will learn from him, and then you will get the experience.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Vivek.
I am Vivek, sir. Thank you for this knowledgeable webinar. First, sir, I have two small queries.
Yeah.
Sir, first one is, sir, I am a student and as well as I'm doing my articleship. So I want to do a smart work here. Can I take the classes now and register for the exam on the board after 6 months or in a year? Because in November I have CFA exams.
Yeah. So Vivek, you see, registering with FPSB is something that's always at your discretion, right? Always at your discretion. You can always do that. Rather, knowing that you are also pursuing CFA, probably studying CFP at the moment would become easier for you, because CFP at least level 1, CFA level 1 curriculum is something which is always be helping you in the CFP.
Okay, sir.
Right?
तो सर मैं अभी क्लासेस लेके रजिस्टर बाद में करा सकता हूँ?
Yes, anytime you can do that.
Once you register,
see Vivek ji, once you register with FPSB, उसके बाद आपको 1 साल में कोर्स कंप्लीट करना है, नहीं करेंगे तो रिन्यूअल फी लग जाएगा.
Yes, sir, इसलिए कह रहा हूं.
बट आप रजिस्ट्रेशन कभी भी करा सकते हैं. रजिस्ट्रेशन आप आज से 8 महीने बाद कराएं, साल भर बाद कराएं. That's
फैकल्टी से हम लोग अप्रोच में तो रहेंगे सर. मैं सोच रहा था ई लर्निंग क्लासेस लेने के लिए, क्योंकि लाइफ तो सर थोड़ा सा मतलब प्रेफर नहीं कर पा रहा टाइम काम के चक्कर में थोड़ा.
So Vivek, my point is, if you feel that you will go for e-learning, go for e-learning. But अगर कभी भी at any point of time, if you feel that नहीं मुझे e-learning से वापस virtual में upgrade होना है, you always have the choice to upgrade.
तो सर मुझे तो सर फैकल्टी से कैसे अप्रोच में होगा, मतलब जैसे लाइव में तो आदमी लाइव डाउट पूछ लेता है.
So जब e-learning भी आप ज्वाइन करते हैं विवेक, you are made a part of a batch, a group. और उस ग्रुप में भी 7-8 फैकल्टीज होते हैं आपके साथ जुड़े हुए, और प्रोग्राम कोऑर्डिनेटर्स होते हैं आपके साथ जुड़े हुए. So any question or query you have, one, you can write in that group, in the WhatsApp group, and the faculty replies you. That's one. Two, you can send him or her a mail and the faculty replies you. That's two. Third, you can ask the coordinator to set up a one-on-one. Forget the group. आप one-on-one भी बोल सकते हैं. 8 दिन में 10 दिन में एक बार you can do a one-on-one with the faculty जहाँ पे वो 15 मिनट 20 मिनट आधा घंटा आपको one-on-one आपके doubts clear कर देंगे.
Okay. और सर कितने आवर्स के टोटल क्लासेस होते हैं, मतलब अगर पूरा चारों मॉड्यूल कंप्लीट करना हो?
So Vivek, I think I have mentioned that the classes run for approximately 200 to 220 odd hours. 220-25 घंटे लग जाते हैं, which means approximately 100 to 115 classes.
पर पूरे चारों के मिलाकर?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Dhruv, you can do that. You can do that.
Sagunji, you can unmute yourself.
Dhruv, I have seen your questions. I am answering you, Dhruv. Yes, you can do that.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Sir, I have two questions.
Yeah.
First, like I am ready to enroll myself, but like I'm ready to pay the entire sum, the whole sum, 32,500 in one go. So will I get any discount for that? And secondly, like in one of your previous webinars, you said that you'll need Windows laptop, which I don't have right now. So like I'll be able to purchase one in like next 2 months. So like if I enroll today, will I be assigned a batch 2 months from now?
Okay. So Sagun, couple of things. One, first thing, let me tell you, this is the last day for you to enroll. Otherwise, you will keep coming to my webinar. You will keep learning, and by the sheer number of times that you have attended my webinar, trust me, अब तो आप मेरे जितना आप भी CFP के बारे में जानते होगे. So that's one. Second, that was on a lighter note, Sagun. And second, you see, as far as the laptop is concerned, Sagun, the laptop Windows ka restriction is only for exam, not for learning. So I am also using right now. I'm using an Apple laptop and an iPad for you to deliver this talk. But if you ask me, आपने exam कैसे दिया? Exam मैंने एक Windows laptop पे दिया. So my daughter has a Windows laptop. उसका laptop ले लिया. Exam देने के लिए 2 घंटे के लिए exam चाहिए ना. So for 2 hours you can borrow it. If you have an Apple laptop, you can borrow a Windows laptop from somebody for 2 hours.
No, I don't have one. So I mean, the only laptops that I have at the office, and they don't issue you for your home at home.
See, anyways, you will need to take the exam after 3 months from now.
Okay.
Okay.
So like as far as the classes is concerned, I can just take them from the smartphone.
Yes, you can.
Okay, and if I pay the entire sum 32,500 in one go, will I get any lump sum discount if possible?
No, I'm sorry, not even 1 rupee.
Okay then.
Because
Thank you.
This is the last day for you to enroll. Yeah.
Okay.
Kanaya, next.
I can pay the entire sum 32,500 in one go, right?
Yeah, you can. You can.
Okay then. Thank you.
Virajji, you can unmute yourself. Viraj Thakkar.
Hi, thank you so much for the session. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to know, are there any waiver of 1 to 3 level or something if you are like a 13 years experience or a CFA or a CA?
So Virajji, on a lighter note, a person who is already a CA, I would expect him to pay me slightly more rather than paying less. But anyways, so no, Virajji, no.
Regarding the level, the examination levels 1 to 3. Can a professional directly give level 4 or has to go 4?
No. So Virajji, that was earlier there in the old CFP framework, which ended in 2020 itself. There used to be something called a challenge status, a challenge pathway. So there as a chartered accountant, we used to get waiver for all the first 4 exams, and we used to go to the final exam directly. But now in the new model, in the new framework, irrespective of whatever background or certification you come from, you will have to walk the entire path.
Okay.
And trust me, Virajji, it's worth walking. I myself, being a CA, I have taken that path and it's worth walking. It's not difficult at all. You come from that background, it is easy for you, but you will enjoy learning. That's pretty sure.
Understood. Okay, thank you so much.
Kanaya, can we have Shalendra Chauhan, Dhruv, Gautam?
Yeah, yes, sir. Dhruvji, you can unmute yourself.
Mahek Narang, you want this PPT. So this PPT would be given to you in the shape of a video. My team would send you the video link. It would be hosted on YouTube. You can use that video, that PPT from there.
Hello, sir. This is Gautam speaking.
Yes, Gautam.
Yeah. So earlier you said that anybody, the minimum qualification should be graduate and working experience for 3 years.
Yeah.
And I am from agri sector. So my work experience will be okay for this, or I have to do an articleship.
So your experience in the agri sector, when you say, is it anyways related to financing in agri sector or any of the financial aspects of agri, or it is hardcore?
No, it is marketing.
Okay, no, then I am afraid that will not be considered as a valid experience. You will have to do 1 year of articleship.
Oh, I do have a.
By any chance, do you have an ARM code or something?
No, I do have a PG in economics. Will that be a useful thing?
No. Experience is experience, Gautam ji. So you will need
to
fine. Consummate it with an experience only.
Yeah. Thank you.
Kanaya, who is next?
Shailendra Chauhan. Please
yes. Hello. Sir, as you mentioned that, articleship is also required, to be able to, apply for this FPSB board. So if someone is having a good amount of experience, like me, I'm having around 8 years of experience in BFSI domain. So I can go ahead without any articleship, right?
Yeah, absolutely. If you have experience in BFSI, anything more than 3 years, you do not need that articleship. Straight away, you complete your all 4 exams. You submit your education documents and work experience online in the FPSB portal, and then you get an approval from them that yes, you are eligible. Just pay the $120 fee online again, and the very next day you get your CFP certificate. That's all.
Okay, and if I take admission in ICOFP,
yeah.
Okay, for the coaching purpose, you guys will also help me, enroll into FPSB. Like, I'm not aware how to apply here.
Yeah. So when you join us, we are going to be your partners, not only for teaching. Okay. So we hate to be called coaching or tutors or teachers. We are going to be your mentors. We are going to handhold you. So like my team here, Ashok was here. Ashok is somebody who will not only see you through the whole of this, the FPSB technical process as well. So meaning to say, registering with the board, booking your exam, how to book your exam, how to take exam. The examination itself, again, examination is conducted in a very high-tech environment. It's an online live proctored examination which is conducted. They will give you a software which you will have to install and run, and then you have to do the exam. So for all that, any technical support that you need is all done and delivered by my team. Okay, so it's an end-to-end, right from the day you enroll to the day you pass out. End-to-end, the whole journey is something where we handhold you, we support you. Is there a separate charge for articleship, or it will be included in the course itself? No, Gautam, there is no separate charge for articleship. It is included in the fee itself. It's that we leverage on as something that as an add-on to our students. Anand, can I visit Delhi campus? So Anand, yes, our office is in Bajaj House. We are based at Bajaj House campus. Anyways, as I said, we are not offering classes, so campus is closed, but officially we are operating from Bajaj House. We are a part of Bajaj Capital Group. You are more than welcome. Please visit us at Bajaj House, Nehru Place. Bajaj House, anyways, is a landmark. You will be able to locate us, and we are there. I'm a student. I'll be moving to Canada probably after a year, so work is not there. I mightn't be able to do the articleship. So Husaina, see, the CFP program is recognized in Canada as well. So you can go and work in Canada, and you can get an articleship from based on the experience of working in Canada for a year. So it's wonderful. Rather, it's kind of going to augment your decision to move to Canada. It will be supplementing that cause.
Sir, I cannot see any further question.
Yeah,
I think it should
So-
wind up.
perfect. So again, it was lovely talking to all of you, and I hope in today's talk we could bring in some value, some useful information to all of you. I would definitely love to see all of you in the CFP batch that we start this month. Especially knowing that the fee is going to go up, I think this is the last opportunity for all of you to join in, and we would love to see you.
Rajesh sir, Sagun ji has one more question.
Okay.
Please, Sagun ji.
Yes, so the thing is that I have a commerce background. I'm a BCom graduate, but I didn't have math at 10+2 level. So will that be perfectly all right, or like you need hardcore mathematics for this CFP?
No, the only mathematics that we need, Sagunji, is, I always say, you should be knowing four things. Kaun se? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. That's all. If you know these four things, that's the only arithmetic needed. Rest all financial calculations, computation of interest, etc., all will be taught by the faculty right from the very basics, right from the beginning.
And what's the process like? I just go to the link and just pay the fees, and what will happen next? Like, could you just explain?
So when you pay the fee, you will get a confirmation from my team. They will call you and confirm you that yes, your fee is done. And then they will in a day or so, they will map you to a batch. They will say you when your batch is beginning, and they will give you the link, and all the process will begin.
Does it have like UPI payment?
It has wallet payment, but I'm not sure. Krishan,
yes. UPI payment. That is
it has UPI? It has UPI.
Okay then. Thank you very much then.
Okay, there is one interesting question, Kanaya. Let me answer him. Rohan Jain is asking, can we get job by just completion of any level, not completing all 4 levels? So Rohan, even forget about the rest of the industry. If I talk about rest of the industry, I may not have supporting claim, supporting things to prove that claim. So if you are even just CFP level 1, सिर्फ पहला level भी अगर आप pass कर लेते हो, level 1, my parent company Bajaj Capital hires you. Okay, so that's the kind of opportunity that even if you complete it in parts, just 1 level or 2 level, you start getting in your career.
So the one thing is that you said that in the BFSI, I don't have any experience in BFSI sector. So I'll need 1 year of like articles. Yeah. So in that case, like, will there be any extra fees for that, or like it's
no,
you said, it's add-on in the program itself?
There is no add-on fee.
Okay.
We will map you to our faculties, and the articles will be done with that.
So it's within this program fees itself.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much then.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, sir. We have to wind up because the next class is scheduled at 5:30.
Perfect, and we are done as well, Kanaya. So once again, thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us. I hope we all had a lovely evening today. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.